What it do? What it do? What it do? We in the building, baby. Yes, 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 yes. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Terrence here at Makersville, and I want to thank you for joining me this evening to come to class. All right. So today we're going to talk about the website and funnel builder. Uh Yesterday we went over a kind of like a blueprint, or what I think can be a blueprint to financial freedom or some type of freedom, right? Whether it's financial freedom or time freedom, because remember, it's not all about the money, right? Um, it's really never about the money, right? And even when you think it's about money, it's just about the things that you can do with the money, and maybe money will make certain things a little easier. Doesn't, necessarily means you're going to be happy, but it'll make things a little easier. But it's really, for me, it's about the time, and freeing up your time. So when we say the blueprint for financial freedom, it could just be also time freedom as well, right? So just to give a brief little let's see if we can pull it back up. Let's see. So yesterday we spoke about the master plan for financial freedom, right? And we said that we should never go into business. We should never go into any business without having some type of advantage, right? And then we went on to say that 20% of businesses are failing, right, during their first 2 years. And then we said that 45% are failing, within their first 5 years, and then 65% during the first 10 years. So then the question is, well, how many really make it? And when we look at that, we see that the businesses that make it 15 years or longer is only 20% of them. So if you start out with 10 businesses, 15 years down the line, there's only going to be two on average, right? So that's an advantage for me and you if we decide to take this journey to learn how to use AI and automation, right, to help businesses out. And it's an advantage to you also if you do run your own business as well, right? So that's where we're at as far as like having an advantage, right? When thinking about starting a business, right? These small businesses, they need help. And if you're a small businesses, you may need help as well. Look at the statistics right here. These statistics are real, and they're they're kind of scary, right? At times, like it looks kind of scary if you're in business for yourself, right? Okay, so let's go back over. So where's the advantage, right? Um, the big advantage is that despite the statistics, there are people that still try to start their own business, right? Because everyone won't become the statistics. They think they're going to be those two businesses out of the 10 that make it, and they probably will if they have the help, right? So despite the statistics, there's still 30 million businesses, small businesses in the United States, right, that need that help. Now, what's the good about this? So we say the good is that they are all easy to reach, right? They'll spend money to grow their business because they believe in investing. They understand the power of investing in themselves and investing in their business, right? And once we use certain tools, we can already see what they're doing marketing wise, right? We can see if they got their Google business um uh profile set up. We can see if they're running ads on Facebook. We can see how those ads, well, maybe not see how they're doing, but we can see how long they've been running those ads. And if they've been running them for an extended period of time, that probably means that the ads are working. And then we can see if they have pixels on their websites. If they don't have any pixels on their websites, they can't retarget, anybody who has visited, their site before. So there's just a whole bunch of tricks that we can cover. And once you know these tricks and once you have these skill sets, you'll be able to help yourself and other businesses as well, right? And so the ugly, right? The ugly is what's killing these businesses. It is these statistics, right? They don't have a budget for a marketing team, right? A marketing team, you have your writers, you have your web designers, you have your copywriters, you have your people who write email campaigns. And then you may have, a videographer, a photographer on staff. So those teams could be, they can get very big, right? And it's going to cost you, what, 10, 15 grand a month, right, to pay those salaries. And there are a lot of businesses out there that just don't have. And then also, no time to learn the tools, right? So even if you wanted to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do my own marketing in house. I'm not going to hire anyone. I'm going to do it myself as the business owner. Where are you going to find time to do that when you're running the business, right? Like, do you have time to learn the tool, right? While you're running the business? And then even when you run the business, do you have time to really play with the tools and implement everything? Probably not, right? If you're running the business. So this is just where we come in, where we can help, right? And like I said, don't just think about helping other businesses, think about your business also, right? Because as an educator, like I'm hoping, not hoping, because I'm gearing this to a lot of online educators, right? Online educators and educators that are not online, just regular, normal, everyday teachers that are in the classroom, because we already do the work, the research, the planning, you know what I mean, to be able to aid, you know, a business that may be drowning, right? Or start our own, right? We already have the skill sets, we just don't see them, right? So our new occupation, right, could be to save businesses from drowning, or as we could say, stop the bleeding, right? Um, the 10% profit margin. That's what most businesses are seeing, right? They have a 10% profit margin. They make $1 million. They may keep 100,000, right? Maybe if they're lucky, right? And as we can see in this pie chart right here, human labor is 70%. 70% of their budget or their expense is human labor with a 10% profit margin. And then we got the other 20% for just random expenses. The question is, how do they have the budget to hire more people? They don't, right? So now your skill set is going to be these bullets right here. You can go into a business and say, "Hey, I can cut your labor costs," right? Then you can do this, right? What if you knew how to do this while making them more money? So they don't need as many people, or they can stop hiring people, and yet you're going to help them make more money. Doesn't seem like it makes sense, but it does, right? What if you knew how to do it with no technical skills? You don't have to code. You don't have to know Photoshop, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, none of that garbage right there. Sorry for all my coders and designers. It's not garbage. I'm sorry. But it's very nerve wracking at time. And to do this business, you don't have to learn it. I apologize. What if you knew how to get it done on a tight budget, right? You don't need a storefront. You don't need to pay gas, electric, everything you could do from your computer, all you need is an internet connection. And if you don't have one of those, you can go to the library. They have free internet. Just get you a library card. What if you knew how to do it with no team? You don't need a big team of people. And what if you knew how to do it from the comfort of your home or a beach or a park or anywhere where you can get Wi-Fi? We can make this happen, right? Okay, so your challenge, right? No, actually, no. The magic moment. Why is this cool right now? Is because of there's never been a time where we can do this with zero tech skills, right? No huge team. You don't need a master's degree or a doctorate. No huge startup course, and every human has access to the AI and automation tools at a fraction of pennies on the dollar. This is amazing. This is amazing, yo. And your challenge um, is just to learn the skill set. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to answer a question. The question came in last night. I mentioned something on building websites. And a question came, well, no, not a question came in. Someone, what's that? Messenger? Yeah, the Facebook Messenger. Someone messaged me and said, "Hey, well, listen, man, I don't know how to build websites. I have someone that wants to start a business, but a lot of people want websites. I don't know how to build websites. So where do I start?" And so I said, "Hey, you know what? You don't have to know how to build websites. Once you learn the program and start working with the program high level, you don't have to know how to build websites, because that's, like I said, that's included in your one-stop shop command center, right? Um, it's just what it is. So now we're going to go over that right there. I'm not going to build a whole website with you. I'm not going to bore you with that. But I do want you to know that it's possible to get that done inside of that platform. Now, check it out. Another thing to understand is, and I want to reiterate this. I've said this before, but I want to say it again. Your job is not to be a techie. That is not your job. Although I'm going to cover a lot of technical things because I want you to know how these things look. Most of this stuff, ideally, unless you like doing tech, most of this stuff I want you to outsource. Okay. Your command center is going to be go high level. There are people in there's people in other countries, other continents that specialize and that can really work high level for 7, 8, 9, $5 an hour, depending on where they are in the world, right? So your job really is going to just be to manage, ask questions of businesses, look at your own business and see where you need help. And just know the tools and know the functionality, know the features of the tools, right? And know the benefits of the tools. But I don't want you to get deep into the technical parts of it, right? But I want you to know what everything does, and I want you to kind of know, oh, okay, I want you to be able to say, okay, I know what needs to be done. Just so you know what goes into it, so you know how much to pay someone when you're outsourcing, right? So whenever I'm doing this technical stuff, I do this because I'm here every day. Not every day, but Monday through Friday, right? I'm here 5 days a week. So there are people that want to know the technical or the why behind how we build certain things. But remember, your goal is not to learn how to build the websites, how to build funnels, how to build workflows, how to go into Canva and do artsy stuff. No, your job is just to know that those things exist. You need to know probably maybe the steps, but then I want you to outsource that stuff, right? So don't get frightened with what you're gonna see. All right. So, but I just want to let you know, I just want to let you know what's possible, right? Okay, so let's dip into let's dip into high level really quickly. Okay, so I'm bringing up my dashboard, right? Let's go to a account. Okay, so I'm in the agency now. I'm gonna go to all right. So now I'm in my sub account, right? So you have your agency account, you have a sub account. I'm in my sub account and I'm going to go to sites, right? And I could make a funnel, as you can see up top here, a website. We have a blog section, so forth and so off, right? But right now we're talking about websites. So let's talk about websites. So let's say you have someone that you want to help out. Hey, I hear that you're doing this new thing, where you're helping businesses. I saw something on your Facebook. I need a website. Can you help me out? You say, "Oh yeah, you know what? I'll put together a sample for you, and um, I'll get back to you." Maybe you gather a few information. Well, what's your company about? You know, what are your colors and everything, your brand colors, stuff like that. What's your product or service, right? What industry are you in? Okay, so you get that information, right? So now you're here in your command center. You're gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna click. I need a new website." And now we're not going to build from scratch. You can once you get good, but I'm going to go from a template and I'm going to hit continue. So now, as you can see, we have a library, a template library. On the left, right here, I have a whole bunch of categories. Is it an automotive company? Is it a beauty and fashion company? Is it a financial services company? I don't know. Show more. Is it a marketing agency? Is it a restaurant or a bar? Right? Is it a donut store, Mexican cuisine, street food vendor, donut shop, a restaurant, a brew pub? Let's say it's a brew pub. Let's say I wanted to see how this template looks. So I can click this eyeball right here, and then I can click continue. It's going to add the template. Okay. And now we got the brew pub. Let's see. Where are you? Are you loaded in yet? Should be loaded in here. Pages. Let's see, stats, pages. Okay, so now I have my pages here. So these are all the pages that come with the template, right? So now let's see, let's go to my home page. I'm gonna edit this home page. So now you have this built out framework already, right? This is how the website looks. And as you can see, everything you can change. You can change everything. You can put your logo here. Let's say if I wanted to switch this logo, right? And put a Makersville logo. I would just say, hey, you know what? Brand logo. Let's go here. I got a logo right here. Let's say we want to use this white logo right here. Now I got my logo in there. Look at that. It's kind of big. Like I said, don't get let's say let's half that size. Let's go 90 by 90. Now I got my Makersville logo in here, right? Let's close that up. If I wanted to change this right here from book now, what if I wanted this button right here to say order now? What if I have an online menu, order now? Right? Order now. Okay, cool. Let's do some uppercase letters, capital O, order now. Boom, boom, boom. Let's say I wanted to switch these links right here. Let's say I didn't want about us. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Let's say I wanted to add I don't know. Let's say menu. I wanted to add menu. Or no, how about parties? If you want to rent the joint out, right? So now I just added that, right? And so now let's see how it looks. Okay. And so now we're going to go to a big preview of the page and let's see what we have. So while that's loading, mind you, remember that we have templates for a lot of different industries, right? So this was just if I started like a restaurant or something, right? Or if I had a restaurant, right? But like we saw health and beauty, we saw automotive. So this is what it gave us right here. So we have this order now page. This right here is kind of big. I would probably shrink this up. But as you can see, you have a website. All these pages right here, all these photos could be replaced with other photos, right? All this right here, this text right here could be replaced. As you can see, I can just click. Now I'm back in the edit place. I can just click in here and I can go in here and I can type and I can edit. This is so good. Come and eat. Of course, I would not say that, but and I can save it and it's there. As you can see, it's there. So this becomes a one-stop shop. Like I said, a one-stop shop to build anything you want, right? Anything you want, you can build it. So think of the power of that. Think of the power of you being able to go to Google and page 2 or page 3 of a Google search. Let's say you searched, I don't know, dentist near me in Google, and you went to page 2 or page 3. Why page 2 or page 3? Because no one goes to page 2 or page 3. So you want to find businesses that are struggling to get on page 1. What if you look at their website and it's trash and you can come here, build a website and send it to them and say, hey, you know what? I see that you've been struggling getting on page 1. Looked at your website. Your website's a little outdated. I actually build websites and I actually built one for you. Why don't you click this link, take a look at it, and let me know what you think of it. And now, as you can see, when we went here, it could be for any niche, business coaching, Look at these sites right here. These are wonderful, 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 beautiful looking sites right here. Look at this. Health and wellness, yoga. Have a what if you know somebody who has like a yoga clinic? As you can see, that's how it looks right here, right? Automotive. What if you know somebody that has a tire shop? What if you know somebody that does auto detailing? Look at this here. Beautiful, beautiful websites. Creative, whatever that means. Look at this right here. And then once you just click it, you just add the template, and then it winds up. And as you can see the page right here. And this is your website. And you can change colors, you can change pictures, and you can send this off to clients. So this is just one feature, right, of the Go High Level Command Center. I hope that answered your question. Um, as far as building websites and how easy it can be and how easy it is to edit and move, and moving forward we will be going over this and we'll be doing some examples. But remember, this is just one way that you're going to be able to pitch your service and your skill set as far as being able to create a website. And then, like I said, this is not for you to get technical. If you don't want to create the website, that's when you go to your VA, your virtual assistant, right? And you tell them, hey, listen, I have a dentist that needs a website. I went to my high level account. I want to use this template, right? You should at least be, you should see, look, like you have to build some type of mini technical skill set. You at least have to know how to open the program and look at the templates and say, hey, listen, I want this one. So all I need you to do is edit this one. The client sent me the pictures. They want this picture to go here, this picture to go here. Do it. And you send it off. And that's all you do. You're just managing. You're becoming the manager, right? But you have to know the inner workings of the program, at least know what's possible and what it does. So you know how much time it should take a person. So, when someone's not uploading some pictures for you and charging you 10 hours, for 10 hours of work, all it takes is a few clicks and you can, um, replace the pictures, right? So this is just, like I said, this is just one level or just one layer of how we can help struggling businesses, because we're going to go back to, let's go back to, let's go back to the bullet points, right? So the new occupation, right? Remember about the new occupation, and the new occupation is to help businesses that are drowning, right? Help businesses that are bleeding. That's where we're at with it right now, right? Because that's and that's what we'll be able to do, right? Once we learn the skill set, right? Because remember what we're doing, the human labor, right? So we have the human labor, right, being 70% of the of a business expenses, right? So we have that, and then we have a 10% profit margin. So our goal right here is to cut this out right here, the human labor part, right? So the person doesn't need a web designer. That's key. The business owner doesn't need a web designer on their team. They have you. The business owner doesn't need to pass the website that's done to the writer to fill in the about page and the what we do, because they have you who knows Chat GPT, right? The business owner doesn't have to go and hire a designer or a graphic artist, because you know how to prompt Chat GPT for pictures. For example, let's say, let's say, let's go to a new chat. Once again, we're in Chat GPT. Let's say for that same restaurant, let's say it is a, I don't know, It is a let's say it is a, I don't know, a pizza shop, I guess. Okay, so I will say give me an image of a cheesy cheesy pizza with sausage and pepperoni. Oh, I spelled that all wrong. Pepperoni, sausage and pepperoni, um, coming out of a brick oven for a picture on my website. Now, mind you, back in the day, you probably had to pay for some stock photos, which you still can, or you probably had to have a graphic artist. But let's see what it gives us. We're going to see if we can get an image. So now, not only are you getting the content, the written content from AI Chat GPT, but now we could possibly get images. Now, sometimes these images are good, sometimes they're not that good. There's other programs and tools that you can use, right? But look what we have here. This is what it gave us. You can throw that, you can hit the download button and you can throw that right on the website. So there we go. So now you don't even have to wait. So now you don't even have to wait for the client's pictures, or you can say, hey, you know what, Mr. or Mrs. Client, you can send me pictures if you have them, or I can speak to my graphic artist, or I can get some images generated for you. It's going to be extra charge on top of building your website, but if you don't want to worry about the images, I can get the images for you as well. And then we have right here Chat GPT, right? So that's just another example of how we're cutting the labor costs, right? You don't have to get someone to design anything for you. Just use the AI and just become a good prompt engineer. All right? So that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you for joining. I'll be here tomorrow once again at 8 p.m. We'll probably go deeper into high level and talk about a little bit of social media. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on episode 17. It's been a blast. I love you all. Peace.